Good day, traders. Akil here, and welcome back to another episode of the Trading Blog. Welcome to a brand new week of trading. In today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit about our private strategy lab and a little bit about putting different elements of trading together into really something that can make you a really efficient trader. But first, I want to start off by talking about my new watch, right? Pretty cool. I don't know how many of you guys have ever watched the show The Profit. It comes on CNBC. It's a great show for entrepreneurs and business owners where it's this entrepreneur named Marcus Lemonis. He goes into struggling small businesses, works through the process of finding out what their flaws are and really helps put them on the right track. And one of the companies he worked with was called Flex Watches, which is pretty cool. They make these watches, and the cool thing about it is they give 10%, right? The watches represent different causes. Pink is breast cancer awareness. And they give 10% of whatever your purchase is, depending on the watch, to that cause. So I finally got my hands on a few of them and just want to show it off a bit. But today, we started off the day first thing this morning with putting out a video to our syndicate members. And in that video, I showed them a few opportunities. There were a few simple trades. There were advanced pattern formation trades on the pound Aussie and the dollar yen that were setting up. The pound Aussie, I believe, was at market. The dollar yen was a potential one. And then there was a little bit of a more difficult trade. And I don't mean difficult as in difficult as far as the execution goes, but difficult to really define it. We can easily define advanced pattern formations. Bang, Gartley formation. Bang, cipher formation. Bang, bat formation. They each have those specific rules. But when it comes to my other style of trading, I don't really have a word to define it. What I say is, I say price action trading. But it's really a combination of different elements. And in this particular opportunity, it was the trend continuation element, reading a price chart. There was structure in there. There was Fibonacci analysis. There was Elliott wave theory. There was the Fibonacci inversion tactic. And really all of those skills, I guess you can say, were put on the price chart in order to find a good trading opportunity. And that's sort of what we talked about in our strategy lab this morning. We took a good amount of the time talking about the Fibonacci inversion trade, going over a little bit of Elliott wave theory, and even digging into lower time frame entry techniques and kind of how to create that routine, that ritual of that IPDE process and going from your bird's eye perspective, right, your broad paint strokes of the bigger picture, to really dialing down to a lower time frame and finding that specific reason for entry. We talked about that first thing, and then we ended up finishing off, I think, the last 15 minutes of our strategy lab talking about building a trading plan and really without actually using a price chart. I had a trader who asked the question about using an RSI or using different indicators, and can you trade with that being kind of the number one signal? And I demonstrated to our traders how, yes, you can create a strategy with an indicator or indicators being the only signal and not even looking at price action. But when you put them together, right, when you take the different clues that each element gives you, and you take the, let's say, the momentum of your indicator and you combine that with the structure analysis from your price chart and maybe some Fibonacci ratios, and you're able to put it all together, that's how you really start to develop some pretty neat trading plans, and you start to filter out some of the worst opportunities and really lock in on the better opportunities. And again, it's just, I truly believe that if you want to be a long-term trader, if you want to see long-term success in trading, you really have to be well-rounded. I started off with the theory that all you need is one strategy, and that one strategy will bring you the results you want forever. And that may be the case. Obviously I've evolved as a trader throughout my career, and there could be one single strategy out there that works forever, doesn't take too much of a drawdown, and will always bring you consistent profitability. However, the more experience I get in the market, the more I've learned that you really have to be adjustable. You really have to adapt to what the market is doing and the different market conditions. And to do that, it's a lot easier when you have a well-rounded and balanced knowledge of how to read a price chart using different skill sets and being able to take all of that into account, put it onto one single price chart, and then really use that to filter your trading opportunities. So pretty cool discussions today. I love starting the week off not worrying too much about trading, and really just involving myself in conversation with these traders, especially the clients that I'm working with, because it's a different type of trader. And many of you guys here on YouTube are consistent. I know you're working hard, but there's a lot of unserious traders as well that leave comments, and it kind of gets me off the path. When we have these private strategy lessons, we're locked in. We had 25 members live this morning. We're locked in. We're all working towards that one goal. And it's just it's a good groupthink process. So I enjoy it. Now, something new, guys, with this trading blog, I am going to start posting it to the Trade Empowered website as well as under the blog section. I'm going to do a little bit more stuff over there, like maybe write a little bit, and I'll show the chart of the trade I talked about earlier that has the Fibonacci and the structure and Elliott wave theory and all that stuff. So make sure if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put a link underneath. You may want to head over to our Trade Empowered website as well to check out the written version. I know many of you don't like reading, but some of you do, and I really enjoy writing. So just want to kind of get back to those roots now that I have more time in my schedule for the next few months. So as always, I appreciate you guys supporting my blog. This has been an amazing journey. I started doing this consistently in January. Wasn't sure if I was going to keep it up, but you guys have just each and every time I put out an episode, you've given me great feedback. You love it. You're learning stuff from it. So it just motivates me and keeps me pumped up to try and do this as many times as possible during the week. So just want to say a big thank you for you guys for that. I know I do a lot. I'm usually the one that's motivating and inspiring people, but you guys have been motivating and inspiring me as well. With just the sheer amount of likes, comments, and the shares that are out there. So keep it up. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later this week with another episode of the Trading Blog. All right, traders. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please show us by hitting that like button and subscribing by clicking the button right below. If you're looking for more educational content, feel free to head over to our tradeempowered.com website, or also take a look and you'll see more videos available for you. Have a good one.